Hi there. In this video we'll be covering where do I start writing a book. A lot of people struggle with the first steps in book writing and then they stumble later, they get discouraged, they lose momentum. I want to focus beyond the first step and I want to focus on taking the right first step again and again and again, creating a process for success for you and your book. By the end of this video you will learn the importance of book planning and book foundation and why when you're writing your book you don't really need to start at the beginning at all. And stay tuned until the end of the video for an opportunity I really think you're going to enjoy. Let's dive in. A lot of times when people start writing a book, they think about the first page and they see that cursor blinking at them. And then they just start writing the beginning of the book. And then they go on from there. I'm not a big fan of starting at the beginning. I really am not. I typically will start with the beginning of the story, but a lot of times the introduction itself, the entryway into the story, isn't so much the beginning of the story, it's more about the moment that everything changed, the moment of the highest, fear, frustration, drama, whatever you want to call it. This is, when Pandora's box opened, right there, boom. You want a really powerful way to grip the reader and, starting at the very beginning in the writing process, it can be counterproductive because we can get stuck and really focus on just writing the beginning again and again and again and getting stuck in that way when this is really about writing a powerful book from beginning to end. And a lot of times the introduction needs to reflect what's in the book. So it makes sense to write most of the book to really understand what's in the book before you go back and write the introduction. Instead of just thinking about diving in and starting the writing process, I actually focus on other things first. I really focus on book foundation work and, really planning, really digging deep within myself to understand what kind of message I want to share and what the reader should learn from it, what the takeaway is. Really digging deep on your structure and your audience and your message for your book. It's going to empower you during the writing process. It's going to be a North Star for you. So everything that you're writing, you think about, is this inside or outside the scope of the things that I'm talking about, the main focus for my book? If it's not inside the scope of the book, scrap it or change it. It really creates a lens and a filter through which you can view the book itself. And it's just so valuable to do that planning work and that foundation work at the beginning of this process because it's just going to make the writing process that much easier. Writing a book is not about just starting. It's about continuing to start again and again. You have to choose every single day to make this a priority. Otherwise, it's going to fall by the wayside. You're going to get distracted. You're going to get unfocused. You're going to be too busy doing other things. You need to be able to find the focus to be able to charge forward with the book. And that means cutting out distractions. That means prioritizing the book. It means making a choice to work on this book over other things because there's so many things that can take away your focus and concentration, that can take up your busy day. It means giving yourself the space to write and to create, which is just an awesome thing. I think about consistent, steady progress with book writing. What that means, it could be 250 words a day, it could be 300, it could be, spending time on a specific day each week. Maybe it's Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe it's Sunday, whatever the case may be, it's finding the time to do this again and again and again, of making the right decision, of making good choices, putting yourself in the path for success. It's about forming good habits. If you don't form good habits with book writing, you're never going to finish the book because you're always going to be stuck in this perpetual state of, oh, I don't have time today. You don't want that. You want to feel empowered to keep going. So habits are a great way to establish success and to keep building on it. A big thing for me too is thinking about the beginning and ending together. That your starting point and your ending point should kind of lead readers to this natural conclusion for the story, that there's a resolution, that all the things that you set out to accomplish with the book have been accomplished. So these things work as bookends in a way of your writing process, of the beginning and ending of the book really come together, that everything loops and makes sense, that the reader feels fulfilled and satisfied, maybe not happy, but satisfied in the ending, that you provided them with an ending. that's adequate for them. So, just keep a bigger picture, keep an open mind about the start of your book. It's easy when we think about starting, of the process of getting started, but I think starting's twofold. Starting's not just, the approach of writing the book, but it's also, how you get words down, and I think it's so valuable when we can unlock the best way for us to get words down, whether it's sitting and writing, whether it's typing away, whether it's using voice-to-text transcription. Either way, it's so valuable to be able to really unlock our success, because book writing is a long, arduous process. If you don't have good habits and good dedication to keep going with it, it's going to fall by the wayside. So as long as you can keep doing it and stick with it, good things are going to happen. If you want to learn more about how do I start writing a book, there's a course that I created that I'd love for you to check out. It's my Good Book Accountability course, and it's at the website goodbookmastery.com. You can click the link below and check it out. I think it'd be really helpful for you to see what this process looks like, to learn some of the course lessons. We meet weekly, and it's nice to have that community element to this, that there's accountability in place, that we're meeting every week and making progress every week. So it's been a really special thing, and if you're interested in learning more, definitely check it out. Remember, a good book can change your life. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.